Hello, and welcome to Grug Gaming, and welcome back to our Let's Play of City Skyline. There's going to be a jump here. The last video will have ended. You're going to hear a sound. Had to get something to drink. Our last video ended abruptly. That's because City Skyline crashed again. And it didn't just kind of crash. It took the whole computer with it. I mean, blue screen, everything. The majority of blue screens I've been getting... Cat, you're getting in the way of our intro here, buddy. The majority of blue screens I've been getting, again, have pointed towards a memory problem. So previously, I changed the size of my page file on my computer. Well, what I did is I went out now after this last crash, and we've added an additional 64 gigs of memory to the computer. We're going to see if that solves the problem. I don't know if it will, but hopefully it will. If not, I'm gonna cry. So we were in the middle of building out our little section here of circles. We're doing our little kind of weird, I don't know, roundabout. Our roundabout section for our new districts. That's pretty cool. If you want to keep me able to purchase, maybe I could make enough off of videos to pay for the RAM. Feel free to subscribe. Watch the videos. I know there's commercials. That's okay. Everyone's got to pay. Join YouTube Premium. I get money from that. I get a pittance. Anybody who wonders, at the rate that I make money off these videos, it will take, let's see. It would take 13 months of videos to pay for the amount of RAM that I just put in the computer. So, I'm not making millions doing this. I'm mostly having fun, and that's why it's frustrating, because I like to have fun when I'm playing. Oh no! Garbage! My #1 most hated enemy in City Skyline, other than crashes. Garbage. What's going on with our garbage here? We have plenty. We have plenty of storage. We have plenty of storage. We're fine. Just the trucks just haven't got there. Okay. It's very far away, and they have to travel pretty far. So, I'm not going to freak out about that garbage yet. I also think I have the audio at an okay level. I listened to the last episode a bit. I think we're in the right spot for audio. We'll see after this episode. We'll go from there. Kind of hard with all the crashing to get the audio right. But let's go ahead. Let's let time go by. And as we said, we were doing this kind of with this setup. The same that I do for my normal roundabouts is how we're doing this. And we went kind of wild last time, and we got off the we were making plots that were the wrong size was all. So we'll do that. We'll do maybe one more this way. You know, get it past those. Is that how long I made this one? I want this to be the same. 100? Yeah, that's not the distance I made this. That's not right at all. That's not correct. And then we'll get our curves on. Nope. Come on, brain. Where's the middle? There's the middle. Embarrassing, I tell you. We're just trying to do this. If you haven't been following, if you haven't been here for the whole thing, the reason this is happening is that part of the story in our city is that this city got started with some very cheap land. And because of that, why don't we pause for a minute? Just there's too much happening here. My brain can't handle it. Our city got started with some very cheap land, and because of that, some aspiring architects have come out of the woodwork. Oh, this is going to mess this all up. This is too close. Because we're not going to have any full-sized if we're gonna do 6 of these total, yeah, I'm okay. Houses don't have to be the biggest size possible. This is an experiment by the architect. So let's not worry about it being perfect. Let's not even let that be a concern, shall we? We'll have more land to buy. We can always redevelop later. What are the people gonna do about it? Nothing, I say. Yeah, let's develop this direction. Well, do I want to develop this way or this way? I don't see myself... let's go this way. That lets us spread the road work out a little bit. See, I should have gone 200, but that's fine. This is the decision we made. And we're going to stick with it. Now the question is, when building, we'll get some big ones on the edge up here. That'll be fine. I think the real question is going to be, while we're building this, is... do we zone the interior parts of this? Do we allow houses on the inside of this design? That I'm not sure about. Oh, that's wrong. Hold on. There we go. Did I mess this one up? Yeah, this one's wrong. Hold on. About to say, that one just looks wrong. There we go. There we go. And then we can combine all these together. And then we'll throw one road out here. Oh, that music is just soaring in my ears. I hope it's not soaring in real life. In fact, I'm probably gonna just... I gotta remember, this is at 7 minutes in. Hold on, folks. We're gonna check something. Just 1 second. Okay, I took the music down 10%. We'll see if that solves the problem. I hope it does, but we'll find out if it does or not. So, it's just that one part of the music is so wildly loud. So that gets us set up here. Let's get our zoning going. How do we want to zone this? I definitely want to zone these big plots. I want these. These feel good. I feel like... I don't understand why this is different than this. I'm not sure. I feel like if we zone the middle, we'll get a bunch of kind of weirdness, but we're gonna do it. Maybe we'll break it down in the middle. I'll decide later. So we'll just zone all the circular plots. Anything that is large. I'm not gonna zone these little guys, these tiny little ones. I don't want anything that small. So nothing that is a tiny building. None of these 1x2s. But we'll allow all the other... I don't like that one either. You know, I don't like these two. Yeah, I don't want these two. But these guys... are those not equidistant? They're the same size. I don't get it. Well, actually, you know, if we're going to make this just like our roundabouts, we don't have to worry about this inner part as much. Because what I'm going to do... let's take that out. Let's make it the actual circles. And then we can decorate the inside of these. I did not mean to delete that one tree. Oh well. So now what does zoning look like? Zoning looks just real funky. in those. I think we zone the big ones, and we don't zone the little tiny ones. So, like, that can zone. This one can zone, but those aren't to be allowed. Like, these two ones can zone here. These two can zone. That one and this one. Oh, no, not this one. I think that'll be our zoning, and we'll figure out the rest later. For the district of... Oh. But it didn't need to be that big, but whatever. Whatever this district is called, that's a wild... I don't need that nonsense that big. This doesn't need to come onto this road. I wish the brush tool was a tiny bit more granular for this. Granular. Not granular. Briar Rose Heights. So Briarwood District and Briar Rose Heights. Beautiful. All right, another eclectic collection of homes here in our city as it continues to grow. We're doing okay on money. But we're seeing a lot of people who are saying that they can't get the workers they need. And that's because we didn't have this for so long. We probably should have paused while we built up our residential, because that could cause problems, but that's okay. What we do need to do, though, is we are going to need to run some water. I think it's okay on this for them to run it. I mean, no. Let's stick to the rules. Okay, the rules are dumb. This is... For this specific one, they told everybody, hey, the government's going to have an easement through your property for the water pipes. It's the only way we could build. And those people are going to have to deal with that. We are connected for power, so we're okay there. I went ahead and turned on a mod, by the way. I forgot this. I put the traffic manager mod back on so that I could see... what this is. Because I think I can do some like lane control and lane connectors and stuff. And previously, this was not causing us any issues at all. So I think what I want to do is I want to try this mod out and see if it causes any stability issues. I think I want a stoplight here. I think I want a full stoplight here. Anywhere else we have intersections that need a sign over here? You don't need a sign right now. You don't need signs. You only have one way you can go. Down here. Right of way. Again, just giving the right of way to the main road while we let time kind of go by. So that worked out. We got our new little residential zone to build up. Some cool, like, big old mansions and stuff. That's a crazy house. How'd that get by the HOA? How did they approve that craziness? I'm sure that house exists somewhere else in the neighborhoods. I'm sure that's not the only one of that to ever be built. Just a little odd, that was all. This is looking pretty good. That filled up pretty well. No problems there. So, the question is, we're starting to get some industrial need. We've got plenty of main road that we can put some businesses on. But I think I want to work on connecting this road to here. And I think what we'll do is we'll have this come out towards the river. Like, we'll have this come out towards the river, but I don't want to touch the river. I want to stay back a bit, because I don't want to deform the river. And then we'll go a little free-formy here. Again, I don't want to mess up the river topography. Because we're not going to build homes on the riverside. How close am I coming up here? Yeah, again, I want to mimic the river, but I don't want to touch its topography. I want to go to there. And then I want a curve road. This. I can't get a road guide off you, can I? Can I get one here? There we go. I want to gentle that in. So there's our main road. This is pretty sharp here. I probably don't want that sharp an angle. There we go. Yeah, I like that curving around better than that hard angle around the edge. I'm fine with that. Okay, how's this looking? Not too wild. That's another just... Some of these houses are just amazing looking. We're a boom town. Okay. We can buy some more land. We can build airports. We got a bunch of mass transit options and a post office. Ooh. We got some policies. We got some pre-made interchanges. We can build highways and ramps now. A bunch more roadways, which is awesome. That's a cool looking road. Cat, leave the computer alone, bro. Ferries, pathways, and then what we got here? We can now build cemeteries, elder care, child health care, a bus depot, toll booths, taxis, trams, post offices, biofuel bus depot. All right, well, I think, let's pause for a sec while we kind of look at what we can do here. We have 51 grand. We got a little cash injection. I think we're going to build forestry over here. Again, we've looked at our... This is all pretty good forestry land. So I think I want to put a forestry... what's it called? Industry is going to get put in over here, just outside of Crest Heights. We're going to start doing some work on lumber. And our our communities can grow this way. But since we've got some services we need to think about, let's take a look. So first, how's garbage doing? Well, we've got good service everywhere. We could build a recycling center. That would cost $16,000, and this would reduce the amount of garbage that gets produced. We may have to start polluting south a little bit. We may need a secondary, we may need to expand this downward a little bit if I need some more garbage. Some more garbage, or I could buy. We can buy some extra land. So I could buy some land over here and we could ship our garbage outside the city. Or we could buy over here. If we buy up here, we get access to the train line. Or if we buy over here, we get access. We also get more access to the highway for connections. So that might be a good purchase, is to buy this area up here. Get us that extra space. How much does that cost? $5,000 for us to buy that tile. We'll think on that a little bit. We might be doing that in a bit. But right now, it's time for us to think about some of these services. I think we need some additional... I need a way for us to use this area. And I want us to use this... I think that if we just, we're going to build the equivalent of this over here. So I think what I want to do is I want to bring this road around. And I want to encapsulate this whole section of map. I want them to do the same thing they did over here. That way I can maybe not have to take... I mean, if I do a main connection somewhere here, it's going to drive a ton of traffic through that area, which I'm worried about. Let's do some more road expansion. So let's pull this road way over here. And then, again, I'm just going to do this. I'll fix this into a softer curve later. I just want to get it up to where I want the road. And then we're gonna free-form this road up here a bit. So, I mean, again, I'm trying to avoid having a drastic impact on the river. I think I'm okay with that. And then we kill those. We curve road tool. Oh, that's not... That wasn't the curved road tool. That's not what I wanted. There it is. There we go. And then down here, let's fix this so it's not a straight 90-degree craziness, because it just doesn't look... I just don't like the look of it. There we go. I like that nice gentle curve. And then over here, this is a little wild. This is a little sharp. There we go. That's a little less crazy. So now we have kind of the boundaries of where we're going to work, of what we're going to do, of how we're going to do this. So that looks good. So we have some new services, and I think I'm going to pull these services off of the road here. Well, your post office usually goes kind of in the center of town, right? I mean, that's usually what they do. The post office is center feature. I think it's time for us to build, like, a main square gets built in town. There's always that one main square, and I know it's going to give us some... It's going to give us some roads that are kind of close. I mean, intersection-wise, I'm okay with the intersection here, I think. Right? Like, that's a node, there's a node... That's the node. I think this is kind of like the center. So I think what I want to do is I am going to put one T section here. And I'm going to run this over here. This is going to be a traffic nightmare probably, but you'll see. I kind of like this idea. So I think if I do this, and again... This needs to come down and be exactly on par. So it goes like this. And then I want to curve road it. See, that just went a little too far, actually. I kind of want... Not with that node... Well, maybe that does work. Maybe I do want... I'm okay with that intersection. I'm fine with that. So that does give us one intersection in the middle that is probably going to cause... it shouldn't be too bad. Let's throw a little right away. I mean, no, these are collectors. Collectors don't get right of ways. Collectors... They get full stoplights. So we'll have to see if this causes a backup from here to there. And we're almost at the point where we're going to upgrade our streets. But why did we build this? I mean, it's right across from... Where's the first shop? Right there? That's first shop. I want to build a post office area. So what does a post office go off of? We saw that here. That's taxis. Is it a park? Is it it's an industry. Okay. So let's build a single post office, which we just get a little tiny post office gets built. So what that means is that I want to build... Again, we'll do some regular road. We'll be upgrading this eventually. I don't want it too close to that intersection. That feels almost too close for... No, this is fine. I think one... Yeah, I think one intersection here will be fine. Oh. Straight lines, please. And the whole point of this one is to be, like... Yeah, this is where the post office is going. We can grow this out later. What's this post office going to cost me? 6,000. Oh, 80 bucks a week, 6 grand. That's not bad. So a little corner post office. We'll put it right here like this. I think we'll zone a tiny little bit of commercial right here. There we go. There we are. We got some post office vehicles. We have created the post office. People will be excited. People will love the post office. We also might do some like city. The city's going to buy this area, I think. And it's going to build some city services up here. And that way we can connect them this way and that way if we start to have trouble. Beautiful. What else did we unlock? Hold on, let's pause. Again, we got a post office, but now we have a bunch of transportation options. Oh, the graveyard. So we need to build a graveyard because people are going to start dying. And when they die, we need a place for them to go. Where would a good place for a graveyard be? I think maybe one that's off of here. In fact, what if, knowing that there's going to be like all this development for industry over here, things were a little inexpensive property-wise, and they said, hey, you know what? We're going to buy a little parcel of land, and we're going to call this land, what's this look like? A place called Bill & Sons, they bought it, and they were like, hey, can I rotate this a different way? Nope, just that. How big is this? It's about yay big, so I need to get out to about like this tree right here. So a company that runs a, they've run these type of funeral homes in larger cities before. They said, hey, we want to buy a small parcel of land next to where you're planning to build all this forest industry. We'd like to actually... This is not angling upright. What's going on here? Hold on. Yeah, something weird was happening there. We want to buy a little section of land here where we can build some grave sites, and we want room for expansion in case our business does really well, because people will be just dying to get in here. So they bought and built a graveyard, and everyone was happy about that. Everyone loves a little graveyard. Little cemetery looks off over the woods, which will hopefully still be there. We'll see what that production looks like afterward. Now, we also have elder care, so we can build an old folks home. And that circle is, my understanding is that circle shows where people will be, like, positively affected. So if we build it over in this direction, where we're probably going to expand more of our residential area, that would be good. So why don't we look at our next residential zone? I think maybe just one more regular grid, maybe to kind of get things going. Again, I don't want an intersection right there, but I'd be happy with maybe a grid that goes like this right here. I think I'm going to do an offset grid. Here is what I'm going to do. So the offset grid, I don't know if I've done it before here in this city. I don't think we have. But basically the offset grid is 2 of these grids, and then you do this. You basically just flip. That's bad. That's bad. Bad job there, Grug. You basically just flip this one side like this. And it just kind of visually changes that up. You know, so it doesn't look exactly the same. Now, I think this could be a tiny bit bigger. I think one more expansion. I think to here. I think that feels good, and I think one intersection here doesn't feel too close. This just feels odd. You know, I don't like that. I'd rather have a little piece hang off. I'd rather have a little section like that and have the square be the right size. So that's going to give us a nice little bit of growth for our residential areas. Let's run some services down these roads. We probably should, just for future planning, while we've got the money. And in fact, we might fix that soon. Oh, this is wild out here. I still have that wild cheater pipe. The city hasn't paid to dig up yet. So how much do we need, now that we've spent all of that, for this elder care building? It's going to cost us 22 grand, so we need a bit of cash. And I think I'm going to put it like on the outside of this neighborhood that we just set up. There's no reason for us not to zone this right now. Oh, there is, though. I do want to get... Is that too close? Nah, that's fine. I do want to get that zoned. So while we're letting time go by and earning a little bit of cash, we can let that happen. That's the wrong type of zoning. I don't know why I had that selected, but that would have been a mistake. That would have been just a repeat of the great pollution fiasco that happened previously. We don't want that going on, I tell you what. Not the goal at all. I don't like fiascos. I know you do, audience. I know you love fiascos, because why else would you watch this content if you didn't like watching me pull off terrible fiascos? And then we can start expanding our commercial district kind of down this way. So I want to get some elder care in. Evans Road. I like the post office there. That works out pretty good. I think that gives us pretty good coverage. So elder care I want to get in. And then I think we build up some money. And if our electricity is okay, which it's not, we're running low on cash on electricity. I think what we do is the elder care spot so that people can live longer. In fact, what does it say it does? Let's speed up time, and we're waiting on money right now. So, elder care. Elder care is a small health care facility offering treatment targeted specifically at the elderly, which creates a health benefit. Elder care also extends the lifespan of the elderly within the building's radius, so our people will live longer. And right now you can see that we have some people that need elder care. Let's take a look at our other stuff. So healthcare is okay throughout the city. On these outlying areas, it's getting to be a little weak. Death care is fine. We have the one cemetery, it's serving everybody. Child care, it's okay. It could be better out here. But, oh, we have a little electricity problem. We just need to bring some electricity over here just in the meantime. What are you not building from? Oh, there's a road. I'm an idiot. Okay. Just for a moment, we need to bridge the electric over here. So yeah, so we put in elder care, then we do electricity, and then we look at what our needs will be for the... What our needs will be for the power. And then we can do our industry. That's kind of where we're at. So if we get our elder care facility, and again, if I put it like right here, it covers a lot. Like if I just miss the very top edge there, but I get over here a lot, oh, I think that's good. I want to respect our roads when we can, but this is so wide that I can't really respect it. I can put it here. And then I only block one road, and I don't think I'll ever build this road out. Like, I will never connect those two districts. This needs a district, by the way. Ooh, look at that. Elm Heights. Oh, and the lower part here of our commercial zone, that's Fairview Park. And then over here, our soon-to-be next commercial area is Hemlock Park. That works. I like how it's calling height, like it's figuring out that we want, heights are where people live and parks are not. Traffic seems to be moving pretty good. Oh, there's a mod setting I want to do. And I hope this doesn't crash the game. So I was told there's two things we should do. Which is, underneath gameplay, we want to enable realistic parking. We want to enable advanced vehicle AI. And then there was something else I'm supposed to enable. I have no idea. I have no idea what that does. But those were two things I was told I should turn on. And by told, I mean the internet told me. So we get to 19,000. It's going to be time to put in our new power plant. There it is. Hello, power plant. Add just a tiny bit more pollution. Again, not towards the river. Oh, we should probably check on our water as well. Where can I put this? Is this safe to put it over here? Does this get it in the river? No, okay, we're safe. I can put it here. That does not touch the river. Woo! Got to keep that river clean. Remember, that's the goal of the people, is to not pollute the river here where we live. So, what are we looking at? What's our next need? Well, industry and commercial is going up. We want our commercial to grow along this area right here. I don't know what I want to do with this back area yet, so I'm not going to set that for a commercial. But I am going to do all of this, and I am going to do all of this. That should meet our commercial need. Now, oh, I just despawned something, I think. Oh, well. Get out of there. What do we want to do with the industry over here? Because we're starting to get some need for industry. Well, our forestry industry, what's that cost? $20,000 for the main forestry building. I think we wait and we build up some cash here, and then we can have some to play with. So, $20,000, and then what are some of the, like... There's a lot of forestry buildings. What's the production buildings look like? $4,000 a pop. Okay. What's these? 20 grand. The pulp mill makes pollution. Engineered wood does not. So these will be the tough ones, because we might have to make an industry area that's somewhere else. We might just be exporting wood after a bit. Okay, how do we build this? I have no idea what traffic is like from this, so I'm not sure. Most of it is here, kind of in a strip. So I think what I want to do is I want a road that comes in and just kind of goes up this way. Like, and I want to honor this dense woodland here. So I want to go to here. I'm going to go a little more. And then I want to go this way. I want to go over to here. And we're going to curve this road in a minute. So that gives me this area to work with. So number one, I don't like these sharp angles. So let's go ahead and fix that real quick. So curve that one over. Like, sharp angles are fine here, where we've done a grid. But here, where it's just like an access road, that's where it becomes kind of rough to justify. Now what I'm worried about is I don't know if this road will be big enough. Oh, I did it again. Oops, I did it again. I messed up your road. Okay, so this is the road that our forestry service will use and go this way. So, we need to build the forestry building. Well, first, we have to set a forestry district. So this, right here. Why did you make two? Why did you make two? Why? Try that again. Oh, she's trying. There we go. Let's get this off the road. Back that up a bit. Back up off the road. Back up, 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 back. Okay, so this gives us our forestry area, the Sunset Complex. That doesn't sound that great, but whatever. So we need a building. We have the main building. I don't want it on the main road, of course. So we're going to pick a little road off here, like this side, so that it goes a different way. No, we're going to leave this for road building, which we'll probably need. So we'll go this way. I don't know how big this building is, but we'll go like that, and then let's see how big this is. Our main forestry building, oh, that's kind of a big one. He'll fit here, though. Bam! Alright, so we now unlocked the sawmill. Why does this cover this? That's my question. The sawmill, the small tree plantation, and the small log yard. So we don't want to get much closer because I don't want noise pollution to upset the people in Crestview Heights or to wake the dead. So that's not what we want. So we got 10 grand left over. So how does this work? We can build a small tree plantation which produces alder, beech, or conifers. Alright, so this produces forest. And then this produces no pollution. It does make noise. But that's it. So let's start. And then is there a storage facility? The lumber yard. And these can be placed anywhere we want. So I'm wondering, if we're going to put everything here, why don't we put some lumber yards and stuff over on this side of the road? Oh, I hate to do a full four-way stop. I'd rather stick with T-junctions. I'm going to put this here. And again, we're not going to go all the way to the edge. We're going to come over to here. And then we're going to freeform that road over. Like this. Alright, that way we're not... Again, I don't want to mess with the edge there. So this is where we're going to put our storage stuff. And then over here, this is where we're going to grow trees, right? So what do we need to grow? How big are... Again, these make noise pollution. Like, we can build all this stuff over here. So a small tree plantation, that's not that small at all. A small tree plantation is a 4, 5, 6, 7 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A 7 by 9? That's a weird size, but that's okay. So it's a 7 by 9. Let's just do one off of here. I'd rather it go out this way, actually. And then off this little side road. There we go. We do not want conifers, though. This is definitely an alder area. We do, however, need to put in services. I didn't run any city services over here, did I? Where's the road at? There it is. And then I'm going to need electricity over here, it looks like. I'm going to need to pull some from here to here. That should do it. I don't know if these need electricity. No. The trees do not require electricity to grow. That's good. That is a good start to our forestry setup over here. Trash is okay. How's trash doing? Something's happening over here. Not enough fuel. Okay, so we're having a traffic problem. Right here. Something has gone wrong, and I think it's because their people don't know who's supposed to go where. Is that the problem? Where's the holdup? Why is this not moving? Hold on. Where's the... Why is this broken? Okay, there it goes. It's starting to move. Oh, it's pedestrian traffic. So we're seeing pedestrian... The cars are having to stop because pedestrian traffic is going across this and is causing a huge problem. I see. Well, we're going to have to fix that. A park path? Pavement path. We're going to need to get our pedestrians to not walk across this street. I don't know how we do that. Oh, I know how. So this is a 4-lane road. If I do this, we'll see if this breaks it. Okay. I don't think that stops any pedestrians. It does, traffic is flowing. See, we have this huge backup on our one highway entrance. Huge. Look how bad that is. Okay, this is flowing a little better by setting that to as a highway. But again, we had a huge influx of foot traffic for some reason that it just killed all movement through here. Oh, okay. Because this is a highway now, it got rid of the sidewalk path right here and here. And so that has prevented people from crossing there, and that's the problem. So now, I need to link this together. So if I make a footpath, if I make a paved path, and I go out here, and I go out here, and then I curve these together, and then I do the same thing here. Oh, this is in the way. Hold on, we gotta move some power lines. There we go. Unintended consequences. That's what the game should actually be called. Okay, so we put in two paths. One of those does not look like the other for some reason to my eyeballs. Are they not? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. They are. There's just a tree here. Oh, that's what I did. That's what I did wrong. That's the problem. That looks better. That was throwing me off for a minute. It's like, why does that look weird? Alright, so the highway was able to empty out. That still hasn't fixed our fuel problem. So here, we still have an issue, and I think it's because this needs a right-of-way fix there. So that slows that down. And I think I need a connector road right here. We'll see now if that fixes the fuel problem. Because it's going to cause brownouts. Oh yeah, we're having brownouts, we're having garbage issues. All because there's... This one roundabout was broken for so long. I think I just need to let that go for a second and see if that gets solved. Or I'm just going to build another power plant. I mean, listen. I have the money right now for an immediate solution. And I'm going to do it. We're going to see if that solves the problem. Okay, so traffic. Didn't expect traffic to be the big issue that we would come across partway through this episode. The traffic is always the downfall of every city in City Skylines. As long as this is moving, we're okay. Okay, this is back to moving. So we have fixed the pedestrian crossing issue that was causing the problem. Now we still are having one or two like cross this way, but it looks like they're preferring to take this path and walk up here. There's just a couple people coming this way. So let's see where this guy goes. So he crosses, almost gets hit by a couple people, and then he comes over to here. So that's not terrible. Okay, that has solved our problem. In a very messy way. That has solved it. Is there a garbage truck coming this way? You missed him. You missed this house, garbage truck man. You missed it. I think maybe we put in a recycling center over here. That's going to produce a little bit more traffic. So we're going to have to be aware of that. And we're going to pollute a little bit more in this area. But I don't think we can avoid it. I don't think we can avoid it. I think Pollution Central needs to grow a little bit. So what does this cost? 16,000. Yeah, we're going to build that. Let's spin it up. We'll get to 16. We'll build that. And then next episode, we can concentrate on our little production here. We're producing some wood, and it's making some traffic, but it doesn't seem to be having much of a negative effect on traffic down here. I really wish it wasn't going through Main Street. I feel like maybe if we had if we bought this section of road over here, but I want the rail. The rail's way over here. It goes up here. It goes right across the top. But buying this gives us an immediate other option for traffic to get in and out of the city. Or buying up here, we could produce another roadway that just goes to our industry area, our garbage area and everything. So maybe that's an option. I'm not sure. Let's build this now before I forget. Let's pause or slow it down. Let's put this in. Yeah, it's still safe to put it here. Noise pollution is fine. It's going to put a lot more pressure on this road, but let's see what happens. Yeah, recycling trucks go out. They come to here. All right, we seem okay. You know, I say that, but who knows? What's going on here? Okay, this is just a lot of traffic. This should not be a stoplight. Is this a stoplight for some reason? It is. There we go. That should fix that problem as well. Yeah, just a little bit of industry coming in here, but it's not going anywhere. It shouldn't be. No traffic backups. This is smooth. All right, we did it. We solved our first traffic problem that we were having in the city. All right, folks, so when we come back next time, I am going to focus on what looks like we need some more commercial. I want to focus on building up this industry. And what we might do is just zone a little bit of industry here. Like a little bit of wood industry, because I think... Yeah, we might just do like some non-industry forestry, like generic forestry industry at the end of this road, is what we'll do. All right, folks, well, that's what we'll do, and then we'll figure out where we're going to expand the city. That'll be the next episode, hopefully. Until then, I want to say thanks for watching. Please tell your friends. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and as always, we hope to see you soon.